And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
The Chiefs had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 49 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down right around the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So on fourth down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's one of his game partner. Will this offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Kansas City infused some major hustle into his pass rush this offseason with the drafting of George Karlaftis, a nonstop motor and great physical ability to get to the quarterback.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
They'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hands it off out of the gun.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw, it's Mahomes.
On the slant, he's got Hardman.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Right back to him on first down. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Joe Fortson, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Probably they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. On play action, it's Carr.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll come up now on second and a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already.
They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Carr. Caught outright by Renfro. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It's taken to the 26.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdes-Scantling.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football, getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 133 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit from 28 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Carr going to throw.
That is caught downfield. It's Waller.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Again, they'll throw with Carr.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. That's going to be caught. Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams, 27 yards.
And the Raiders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
154 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Catch is made by Hardman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
I meant to take a knee, not run a play.
So this one in the win column for Kansas.
My fault. I'm looking at the stats. And he got all his stats in the fourth quarter, I bet. Let me see.
You got some, like good stats?
This nigga had a total of 91 yards. And that was in passing that he was getting in the fourth quarter when he caught me with, what's his name, D. But he had 0 rushing yards.
0 rushing? He didn't run the ball?
He did not. You are correct. He did not run the ball one time. His first 3 plays were incomplete passes. Then he punted. I came down, kicked the field goal, and I think why am I acting like I can't look at the damn thing? Let me view the highlights. 1, 2, 3, he punted. Then I took forever to drive down the field. I ended up getting like a field goal, I think. Yep, field goal. Then he had the ball. Let's see, incomplete, punt. Then I got the ball. That was the whole first quarter. Then I got the ball. Then I threw a touchdown. Why I say I threw a touchdown? Oh, then the point after kicked off. He had an incomplete sack, incomplete punt.
Oh, let's go.
You hear me?
Like I said, what?
So the first quarter, I had the ball first, so I drove all the way down the field, scored my touchdown. Where did I score a touchdown at? No, I kicked the field goal. Where was it? I kicked the field goal. I took the whole first quarter. It was 1:21 when I kicked the field goal.
Yeah, man.
So then he got the ball. It was incomplete, punt. I got the ball with 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Then I drove down the field and scored a touchdown. Kicked it off to him. Incomplete sack, incomplete punt. Then I got the ball with 5:43. I kept that jump. Scored a touchdown with 1:32 left. Kicked the ball off. He got it at 1:28. Incomplete. He got a 9-yard catch. 18-yard catch, sack, pass knocked down, interception. And that was at half, taking it to the half. And I kicked the field goal. He got the ball first, sack. He got a 10-yard pass. Next play, incomplete. So that sack fucked him up. Then the incomplete, then the one he caught, it was third. Incomplete punt, and I got the ball with 5:37. Damn. I kept that down until 21 seconds. Kicked the field goal at the end of the third. He got the ball, 14 seconds. First pass, incomplete. 30-yard catch. And then it was incomplete. 22 yards, then bat down. No, Carr passed 100 for 10 yards. Then Carr got his pass knocked down. Then Adams scored a touchdown. And that was in the fourth quarter. Kicked off. Then I got the ball with 5:43 again. Drove all the way down the field. Scored a touchdown with 3 minutes. He got it back. His first pass, once he got it back after I scored a touchdown, was an interception. Then I kept the ball until the end of the game.
So you didn't even want to play that joint. That joint sounded not funny at all.
That's why I just texted him. I said, "Good game. Thank you for playing." He didn't even respond. He was mad. He was mad the first time. I got 30.
Why you didn't want to play that?
Because I was beating him in that game. Because I always beat him. I'm going to cut my stream off from here.